News in detail. We start off with the local stories. The proud leader who was honored by the Russian Federation receives a warm welcome on his return to the motherland. President Rajapaksa, First Lady Shiranti Rajapaksa and his entourage returned home this morning successfully, ending the Russian tour achieving much benefits.
Parliamentarians led by Prime Minister Ratnasiri Wickramanayake warmly greeted the President at the Kattunayake International Airport. There was a large gathering present to greet their leader. Multi-religious clergy showered blessings on the President. The President earned accolades from the religious leaders for being honored with a doctorate from the Patrice Lumumba University, now known as the People's Friendship University. He was honored for the outstanding services he discharged in the elimination of terrorism from Sri Lanka, thereby contributing to world peace. Expressing views at the airport, Minister Rohitha Bogolagama said that the talks the President had with the Russian leaders were of significant value in terms of the development agenda and the political relations that the two countries had been maintaining.
The highlights of these talks led to an enhancement of trade between Sri Lanka and Russian Federation, along with the petroleum sector that came into focus for joint cooperation to be established. We also discussed during these talks in terms of enhancing the tea sector relationship that is contributing a major slice of our bilateral trade between the two countries. On education, President sought for scholarships for Sri Lankan students, which was received well, as much as the enhancement of tourism, both by the private sector in the Federation of Russia, as much as by the other initiatives that comes along with this particular sector. We also discussed on the private sector initiatives for foreign direct investments to Sri Lanka from the Russian Federation.
The official visit of President Rajapaksa to Russia has paved the way to open a new chapter in relations between the two countries.
The President undertook the tour at an invitation extended by the Russian counterpart Dmitry Medvedev. The People's Friendship University of the Russian Federation conferred an honorary doctorate on the President in recognition of his outstanding contribution towards fostering world peace and the development of comprehensive Sri Lanka-Russia bilateral ties. The university has been awarding Dr. Honoris Causa to distinguished persons for outstanding academic achievements in the field of science and education and to world leaders in recognition of their contribution towards fostering world peace. The President was the sixth head of state to be honored with this doctorate. Another outstanding feature of the tour was the agreement reached by Russia to extend a loan of $300 million for development in Sri Lanka. In addition, assistance was pledged for oil and gas exploration work in the Mannar Basin. Another benefit achieved was the agreement signed for the exchange of modern technology in the mass media sector. The President's entourage included First Lady Shiranti Rajapaksa, Ministers Susil Premajayant, Rohitha Bogolagama, Honorable Darshana Yapa, GLP Riss, Mahindananda Aluthgamage, Parliamentarian Vimal Veeravansha, President Secretary Lalit Veeratunga and Foreign Secretary Romesh Jayasinghe.
Former military commander General Sarath Fonseca has said that he is prepared to give evidence in an international court on war crime charges against Sri Lanka. He was speaking to foreign journalists in Colombo. He underlined that he was not going to save anyone who has committed war crimes. He further underscored that he was definitely going to reveal what he knew what he saw, told and what he heard. Anyone who has committed war crimes should definitely be brought into courts. Sarath Fonseca added that those who reveal war crimes are not traitors. Sarath Fonseca was arrested under the Military Act. This was revealed by defence spokesman Keheliya Rambukwella. He was addressing journalists at the Media Centre for National Security.
On the basis that he was a member of the Security Council, the highest body or the unit that deals with national security, which is basically things that you discuss, very secretive things, in relation and in terms of national security. While he was holding the membership and being a member of that Security Council, he have had many connections and many dealings with various other political parties, leaders, who have been working against the government. And this amounts to treason to some extent. So therefore, in terms of Army Act, Section 57(1), that the military police, yesterday I think took him to custody, and the proceedings will follow thereafter.
Minister Rambukwella pointed out that it is a serious offence to conspire while remaining within the Security Council of a democratic country. However, he opined that the Attorney General's Department will be filing charges against Sarath Fonseca. Meanwhile, it was emphasized that Sarath Fonseca, although in custody, has been provided all facilities he requires. He is also given medical facilities as well as security. The minister said an opportunity was also being afforded for the family members to meet him. The Director General of the Media Centre for National Security, Lakshman Hulugalla, and spokesmen of the armed forces and the police were present at the news conference.
Interviews to select Sri Lanka Freedom Party candidates for the forthcoming general election have ended. The committee also met today. Interviews were conducted to select candidates who will be contesting from the Sri Lanka Freedom Party for the general election. Namal Rajapaksa presented himself at the interview on behalf of the application submitted by him to contest the poll. When inquiries were made, he expressed his desire to contest the polls from the Hambantota district. Namal Rajapaksa said many youngsters are desirous of getting involved in politics. His view was that more youngsters should get involved in politics to develop the country. The youth are well educated. He pointed out that the SLFP should decide as to the fate of his political journey. It is also the party that should decide from which province and the district as well as the electorate he should contest. He added that he fulfilled his responsibility by handing over his application, and the committee will take a decision and intimate it to him in the future. Sri Lanka's post-war tourist arrival pick up. Tourism boom is witnessed not only in the south but also in the north and east following the peaceful environment prevailing in the country and political stability.
There is an influx of tourists in the south. Following this new trend, Sri Lanka Tourism with the professionals in the industry have mapped out plans to attract more tourists to the country. The country has the best facilities, blessed with nature's beauty as market products. Many foreign tourists are frequenting the south, especially the Galle district. They are mainly being attracted by sites in Bentota, Hikkaduwa, Unawatuna and Koggala. Hotels are congested and there is a heavy load of bookings. Even all tourist hotels in the area are congested. A majority of the tourists are from Western countries.
When we arrived here and the war was over, a lot of tourists came back. This place, here in Unawatuna, so many tourists came back to this place. It's good for the country and we will support you all.
We are here now for the 5th time in Sri Lanka. Every week we send a report back home via internet. Much better everything is. More people, more improvement. We like it very much and it's very safe to come to Sri Lanka.
Dayata Kirula, the development exhibition which is being staged for the 4th occasion, is due to draw to an end tomorrow. The exhibition is attracting large crowds and already the number of visitors had exceeded 2 million. According to our correspondent, personnel managing the exhibition are finding it difficult to cope with the crowds. Now we join with our representative Sharon Nanayakara, who is at the exhibition grounds.
Thank you very much. It is the 6th day of the Dairy Exhibition 2010 and we've got final few hours to go and it will be the end of the 6th day. Now if you have still not made it here for this exhibition, well you've got one more day to go. Tomorrow would be the last day. And talking about the stalls that are here today, there are over 1,000 stalls. Just to name a few would be, there are stalls from all ministries, agriculture, culture, religion, and of course not forgetting the forces. Now this is the highlight of the event because if you do visit these stalls, you will get to see